Well, hello everybody. PDL Game of the Week from Springfield, Oregon in beautiful Lane County. My name is Isaac Rosenthal. Standing next to me, the brains of the operation, Iñaki Gonzalo. Another Lane United Football Club effort, and it's the fourth time this year that the Reds have faced off against the Portland Timbers U23s. For the Reds, there's no playoff implications for this game. There is the little matter to play for of 3 points for the Reds. Is going to be their best finish by points in program history. And for the Timbers, if you think this game isn't important for them, you are sorely mistaken. A win for the Timbers tonight, and they have topped the Northwest Division. Why that is important, it is 821 miles from Salem to Calgary. And Calgary right now, they're done. They finished their season off with a draw earlier today, currently sitting top of the Northwest Division. But if the Timbers are able to leapfrog them, then the Timbers are going to host that first round game. So both organizations are looking at possible travel plans. It's a big deal, and they want the pride. They want to win the division as well.
Yeah, for sure. As you mentioned, the big prize of being the first team in this league is that you are the home team for that playoff game, which is going to happen in 48 hours. A lot of things going on in between, and you want to be the one having to play in front of your crowd, having to play where you feel familiar. We are very fortunate that this game is, as you mentioned, super meaningful. Of course, Calgary Foothills is watching this game, and everyone involved in the Western Conference is watching who is going to be the one going into the Final Four Conference Championship, which is happening next week. So everything comes quickly, but the first part of the equation comes from this game. It's 90 minutes in which Lane United is going to feed from that competitiveness, and that's what we want to have. And then we have Timbers. In my opinion, probably the best team in terms of how they are finishing the last part of the season, and so it's a pleasure for us to have them again, and it's a pleasure for the Lane United players and coaching staff to have the opportunity of bringing a good game and beat them as well.
Yeah, and it's been a challenge against the Timbers U23s this year for Lane United. You look at how Lane have played against the top half of the division. They've been able to get points off of teams like Seattle. They in 3 games against Calgary, they got 3 draws against Calgary, but it's been really a challenge against the Timbers U23s. They had the 1 draw earlier in the year, and then 2 losses, and then this is the 4th game. So as we look at these teams' lineups, what are you looking to see for a possible change in that from Lane United today?
Well, we got the lineup from Lane United, and it doesn't look like Lane United is going to continue with the back 3. It seems that they are going to come back to a back 4, and that's going to switch things also in the midfield. We are going to see how they finally position on the field. And there are also other things in terms of personnel that we see, which is the coming back of Matthew Coffey, one of the more emblematic players of Lane United. Where is he going to play is going to be also very interesting to see. Is he going to play in the position of Akeem Ward, which is not anymore with the program? He's back with his family. Hi Akeem, I know you are watching this. Is he going to play as a rifle back? Where is Matthew Coffey is going to play? That's from the side of Lane United. Regarding Timbers U23, they have pretty much their full roster available, but we have to see as well how they manage their minutes, because again, regardless the score, they are playing another game in 48 hours. So for Lane United, in a way, it's just more simple. It's just play the game as best as you can and try to beat your opponent. For Timbers, and especially for the coaching staff, it's been a hell of a week just trying to prepare and organize so many things. And now a couple of hours ago, they know, hey, we have this game in which we can become again first team in the division. So there is going to be a lot going on for the coaching staff of Timbers U23, and we are going to see how each one adjusts to each other. But the first thing is to see if indeed Lane United plays with 4 in the back. How is that going to affect the game plan of Timbers U23, since Lane is playing with 3 in the back for the last 6 weeks or so?
And let's give you the details of those starting 11. We'll start with the visiting Timbers. Jordan Farr in goal, Steven Dalmolin, Wouter Verstraeten, Zarun Sewell and Bob Gronendijk listed as defense, and then in the midfield, and again, we can only go by the positions that are listed. We'll see how they actually line up, but as it's written, a 4-3-3, the three in the midfield, Christo Mikkelsen, Andres Ochoa, Willie Spur, and then the three listed as attackers, Francesco Amorosino, Timur Zavidze, and Benji Michel. And there's a lot of names on this list that we know are going to be very dangerous.
Oh yeah, we know Timbers pretty well. We know Amorosino, Francesco Amorosino, American-Italian player. He can score. Zavidze has scored. Benji Michel is a force. It's great to have him here again. We know Mikkelsen. Having that top three, I think Mikkelsen is going to stay a little bit more, but we know he makes those runs from the midfield that are very dangerous to defend. On the other hand, they don't have the fullbacks that they usually have from Akron University. They are back with the university. So I would say that both these fullbacks are not going to be so high, are not going to be such a force for Timbers U23.
And then we'll flip the script here. The starting lineup for Lane United: Ben Willis once again in goal, John Stadler, Peter Prescott, Rafa Llamas, Matt Coffey, Brendan Zambrano, Isma Fernandez, Matthias Binder, Joel Riedstrand, Nick Moon, and Tony Macchione round out the rest of the 11. So some notable names not in that lineup. There's no Akeem Ward, and that's on its own that sticks out like a sore thumb because we've seen Akeem play pretty much every second for Lane United this year. Also no Jordan Jones, but we see Matt Coffey return. Peter Prescott working his way consistently into the starting lineup. Any thoughts on the 11 from Lane United?
Also no Casey Chaffertal. We mentioned the amount of minutes played by Akeem Ward and Casey Chaffertal, two important players not in there. A couple of things. Where is going to play Nick Moon from the beginning? Is he going to be a little bit on the left? I hope. I would prefer to have him more central from the go, behind Anthony Macchione, or actually higher and Anthony Macchione behind. The other interesting thing I want to see is how it's going to work out between Prescott and Jonathan Stadler. The defending of Benji Michel movement. How are they going to communicate? Who is going to check in with Benji? Who is going to stay? That's going to be very, very important. But also for Timbers U23, they usually immediately bring 2 or 3 players, sometimes 2 or 3 players new at the half. So they switch a little bit their game plan. When Gio Magaña is on the field, Gio has an incredible communication and relationship with Benji Michel. So, first half, Timbers is going to show one face, and second half, we are going to see a couple of different interesting movements for Timbers U23.
Well, as the players take the field here, we're going to take a break. We don't want to run up against the anthem again, and we'll get all of our notes collected. Don't you go anywhere, because we've got kickoff coming up in just a few minutes.
And now, the starting lineup for Lane United FC. Number 1, goalkeeper Ben Willis. Number 3, defender John Stadler. Number 2, defender Peter Prescott. Number 23, defender Rafael Llamas. Number 14, defender Matt Coffey. Number 19, infielder Brandon Zambrano. Number 7, Fernandez. Matthias Bender. Number 15, midfielder Joel Riedstrand. Number 24, forward Nick Moon. And number 17, forward Anthony Macchione. And your NFC is coached by John Ellis. He is assisted by Carter Cavalletti and Armando Pio. The center referee for the match is Gonzalo. He is assisted by Joe Cowman and Stephanie Tercero. The fourth official is Scott McDowell. Now please stand and remove your hats for the playing or national anthem.
All right, well, the anthem out of the way, and a great turnout here. We see a lot of folks made the drive down from Salem. This I-5
we can
rivalry.
recognize faces from Salem, for sure.
Those of you that don't know the geography, we hope we've got some national viewers as well for this PDL Game of the Week. The Portland Timbers U23s do not actually play in Portland. They play in Salem. We right now are standing in Springfield, Oregon, right next to Eugene. We ourselves are only about 105, maybe down here about 110 miles away from Portland, and then Salem about 60 miles north of Eugene, Springfield area from the 5. So familiarity breeds contempt, as they say. These teams have seen each other a lot this season. These fans have seen each other a lot this season. The Red Aces have always brought a good crew up to Salem, and we can see the Timbers fans have brought a sizable contingent with them down to the Springfield, Eugene area today. So great day, great celebration of soccer in the Lane County, Willamette Valley area, but also just big, important minutes that we're about to see from these two teams. Any final thoughts from you before we head to the game?
No, I am anxious to see how both teams start the game. But again, I wanna mention that it's not only both teams, both supporters groups, but it's the people from Calgary, and it's also the teams from the Western Conference, the Fresno Fuego, I don't want to miss any team or just make a mistake, but the other two teams that are already qualified for the Western Conference, they are also watching this game, and they are also watching this film in order to scout the teams and to continue their path towards the national championship, which hopefully Lane United can be there soon as well.
Yeah,
so, this is a big game.
As we said, 3 points for the Reds tonight. It's going to be their best finish in program history in this program that's still sort of finding its identity. And we talked at the beginning of the year, we were hoping to see a playoff run, but still good soccer from Lane United this season, and a good year. They hope to finish it off with 3 points tonight. So Benji Michel standing in the center circle, and we are all ready but the paperwork now, just getting to get underway. And there is the whistle from the center referee, and we are underway. Timbers just playing it to the back to start, and possession going to come for the Reds. Joel Reedstrand falls down, and in the process, foul called against Lane United. Playing to the back, touch for Jordan Farr, and then forward for Ruther Verstraeten. And to the back again. Sewell with it. Pressured by Nick Moon. Now I'll play it long up the pitch, and that'll go into touch for Lane United to throw in Rafa Llamas to take it.
And let's mention right from the go the 23rd player on the field, which is the Wind. And we see at the beginning of the game also with players don't want to take risk, and they are also sensing how the ball is going to go based on the wind conditions.
Timbers bounce there and into the box, and played across by Zavidze, going to be deflected out for a Portland Timbers corner kick, but the wind is always a factor here. Kind of swirls. We had to tape down our monitor in the broadcast area earlier. The wind was blowing it around so much. Corner into the box and hits a Lane United foot, and then it's going to bounce almost out of the facility.
They take a quick throw-in.
Touch from Isma, played forward. Going to roll all the way to Jordan Farr in the second minute. Now out back for Sewell. Macchione pressuring him. Good job of pressuring Macchione. He's got to turn around and play back for Jordan Farr. Across the back now, it's Nick Moon with a little bit of pressure. And now Sewell turning up the pitch, trying to get past. Played it forward for Spur. Now to Mikkelsen, notable with that long hair. Across for Benji Michel, and bit of a miscommunication. Isma Fernandez able to get on it for the Reds, and Lane United a few passes across the back. Stadler trying to win that, couldn't get possession. Now Mikkelsen chests it down. He's run into by Moon, and now it rolls back for Jordan Farr.
It's interesting to see, but it seems that Lane United has continued with the back three. At times, Isma out fullback. Brandon Zambrano is on the left. Is not easy to figure out, but I will say that Prescott is playing in the middle as a center back on the right. Is John Stadler, and Llamas is a kind of a center back on the left, trying to keep that back three that they have been utilizing for the last 6 weeks, as we mentioned. Zambrano is the winger on the left. On the right, Isma Fernandez. Matt Coffey is the holding midfielder. Let's see what happens in this play for Amorosino.
Touched across, and now played back for Ben Willis.
So, yeah. Adding a little, so that affects.
To the box for Michel, and he's going to watch that go out for a corner kick.
And I would say that from the go is Timbers, the one with the pedal. Help me here with the
pedal to the metal.
With the pedal to the metal. Okay, yeah, the one just dominating and trying to impose and trying to put the highest pace to the game, which is understandable. But hopefully, Lane United react soon.
The Timbers got to be motivated after the result north of the border today, a 90th minute equalizer. And that has given this game a whole new meaning.
Yep.
We'd love to have synchronized starts on the last day of the season, but if you can't have that, as long as the last game is meaningful, it's still fun. Good takeaway for Mikkelsen to Michel. Michel now playing it forward and just a bit too heavy on the touch, trying to find Amorosino.
Mikkelsen with his superb quality to intercept, to make interceptions, to make covers. He just has a sense for where the ball is going to go, and then he has an incredible stamina to be relentlessly working for his team. As what you mentioned before, I hope in terms of PDL grow, these kind of details continue to happen, in the sense that in the last week of the season, you want to have starting times at the same time, so it really gets competitive for everyone. Those small details are very, very important for the growth of the league, in my opinion. Especially when we were assigned the PDL game of the week, right?
Right.
But we were fortunate from the score by the Calgary, but otherwise it would have been a different game.
We are the last game of regular season play in the PDL.
Okay, with this system, we mentioned it, that is attacking from the flanks, one of the best ways for the Reds. Let's see how much Isma can be part of it. Let's see how much Zambrano can do it on the other flank.
Now Mikkelsen runs onto that one, and Stadler giving him fits. Turns around, but still on the ball is Mikkelsen. Making his way toward the box. Now he plays it across. Michel is there. Amorosino is there. His shot hits the defender, but comes right back to him. Coffey in defense, and swung out wide for the Timbers. Still dangerous, and too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, I wanna see more. It's hard to say, but you can also say more desperation. I want to see more intensity, which is usually the word used in this case from the Reds.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't wanna be just.
The urgency is there from Portland.
Yeah, it is there, but it's just I don't see enough pressure on the ball by the Reds. I see a little bit too lethargic in the way they are moving. It's not that Timbers has done something special so far, but I want to see something that spark the Reds' movement and energy. and then start putting together possessions, because look how Timbers is pressing right there.
And now, though, a chance for Lane United on the break. Here's Matthias Binder. Wide for Reedstrand and too wide. And the Timbers immediately getting set up. Good shape again. 8 minutes in, still no score. Very important Northwest Division match. And look out, Anthony Macchioni nearly took that one away.
Willie Spur right now with the ball. Another of those players that has kind of a free role to move around, finding the pockets, finding the spaces, and then connect the game, which is something that Timbers do a lot. They don't keep their positions in the attacking third as much, and they generate from there. There it goes, Benji Michel.
So talented on the ball, Benji Michel, and now he'll just play it to the back. Now wide again.
Another corner kick.
It's already, what is this, the fourth corner for the Timber U23s, 9 minutes in.
Civice is gonna take it from Corban University.
Played right into the box,
Oh.
headed, and
He was completely open. Siwo,
yeah, you can't believe it.
BCU, completely open. It's time to react by the Reds. And usually the thing that makes the Reds going is connecting passes. So let's see if it happens right there.
Reds have been good this year when they've been able to score first. They've also been very good at home. The one black mark against them at home came from this Timber U23 team. It was a game that was pretty even through 75 minutes, and then Timbers took the lead. Macchioni now to Coffee in the middle, now Reedstrand. Walls close in around Joel pretty quickly, and he finds Stadler, who gets it back to Ben Willis. Willis with Benji Michel pressuring will just play it long and taken by the Timbers, and Macchioni nearly took it away, but nifty little move from Grundig. Now Isma Fernandez.
Now it's the ability Nick Moon.
Reedstrand to Coffee. And all the way wide for Zambrano in the 11th minute. Zambrano dancing toward the box, played across. And
Good. It's good.
much better.
Once you get there, you try and move, and then you finish the play. It's good. I'm glad to have also Brendan Zambrano back, same as Coffee. They were out from being with the team for a couple of weeks, and it's great to have them back for this last game. A lot of UP players on the field. Benji Michel, Matt Coffey, Brown Zambrano. Probably later on, Gio Magaña will have some minutes, maybe Chris Reeves. Lots of pilots in this field.
Reedstrand working on Mikkelsen. Gave it a Moon and got it back, and now finds Brendan Zambrano on the wing.
And the movement from Joel. Yeah, that's a foul.
Zambrano tackled there, in every sense of the word, by Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Zambrano, Binder trying to find Isma Fernandez there, but not clean enough, taken away by the Timbers. Mikkelsen on the ball again, and pops up and able to be taken away by Reedstrand. Go ahead.
Too fancy for that position on the field. The movement by Mikkelsen. Another sign excellent for the Reds is when Joel Reedstrand is part of the play. He's gonna be the one making the difference. He has the free roll, and he's so talented, so he has to be key for the Reds today. Every time he plays, he's a difference maker.
Timbers with the throw in. Now to the back again. Last 3 or 4 minutes have looked a little bit better for the Reds. Starting to circulate the ball a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Those balls for Benji, those balls are not good for any player. So that's one of the issues when sometimes you have a player like Benjamin, so you just get trapped with those kind of balls.
Foul goes against Lane United there, and you can see what the Reds think of it. Sewell touches it forward, and now here come the Timbers, now back. And across, and Isma Fernandez will have this one roll onto his foot. Fernandez playing the long ball forward and headed down Moon, but taken away from him by Gronendijk. This is, as we said, a bit of a different position for Isma Fernandez, and that's been a theme on these broadcasts, is different guys being put in different positions and the versatility that's required to be part of the modern game.
Absolutely.
Now, Riedstrand,
Nice.
long through ball for Isma Fernandez.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good cross, but too
Okay,
far.
still on play.
Macchioni
Give
with
it.
the recovery for Riedstrand and poked forward.
What a touch by Joel there. Okay.
Now it's Joel's cross, and that's too far from everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because the Reds have been playing through the flanks when they change system in order to habilitate Rafa Llamas, Akin Ward. Today, Llamas is playing as a center back, and Akin Ward is in Virginia with his family. So you have two different wingers. Now on the other team, also they play a lot through their wingers when they have the two wingers from Akron, which are in Akron. So both teams, they are kind of inclined to play through the flanks, but they don't have the same personnel. So I think the game is going to be open up in the middle more than through the flanks. And it's behind Joel and between Joel and Matt Coffey, the pocket where right now is Willie Spoor. That space in between lines is really more difficult to defend. And for the Reds, it's habilitating Joel and then see if Joel can do the same with Nick Moon, which is a sensational force for the Reds so far. But let's see how it works out, because again, same teams, but probably different kind of ways to damage the opponent today. There is Moon.
Headed forward, great
That's
header.
Joel.
Macchioni's in the center.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah.
he was in the right spot, but Farr got there just a split second first.
Little play to show to the players knowing the game. Joel is running on the left. He's not gonna take touches. He just crosses. The simple way to do it is always the best way to do it.
And a great little headed through ball from Nick Moon too, setting that whole thing up. We've seen Moon use his head quite effectively this season.
Yes.
No, none more than his diving header.
Okay,
against
that's
the
the
Sounders.
space. That's the space where Willie is right there. It's poor. That's the space, and then on the other side is the space occupied by Joel Riedstrand. That's where the chances are gonna come from, in my opinion. How many times we have mentioned Joel in the last 5 minutes, right? So, and yeah, for Timbers it's a little bit different, but it's whoever occupies that space.
Well, Zambrano working up the far sideline now.
Yeah.
Macchioni.
Right footed playing on the left, but I think he can do it over there, and yeah. Zambrano has a lot of quality.
Benji Michel draws the foul there.
Oh, and I didn't mention him before. Sorry, he's also part of UP. I think I didn't mention him before. Okay, there go Verstraeten, Sewell, the two big boys on the center back position from Timbers, and free kick taken by Sibitze. We'll see.
And ball into the box and down to the chest of Nick Moon. Matthias Binder keeps that one alive, finds Zambrano, now taken back by the Timbers. Mikkelsen playing it wide and gets it right back. Mikkelsen gonna try to take it himself here.
So much traffic in the middle, huh? So much.
Too many bodies there.
Yeah, it's the metro station.
It's gonna go for a Reds throw. Macchione will let Zambrano take it.
And the thing for the Timbers is that I don't know how much minutes Benji Michel is going to be able to play today, but the thing is that if it's super crowded, you cannot really get the most of Benji Michel. And Benji Michel is key for them. So, you know, that's only benefiting the Reds. It's just helping them to defend someone like Benji. So right now I'm not super worried about what Timbers can do it if they don't get anything from the flanks opening spaces for the pockets in the middle. Now Morosino is floating again. The issue is when they move it outside, then go inside, but we'll see.
And here come the Timbers. They'll play it wide. It was Gronendijk that played the ball out to the wing. Now at the corner of the box, taking a shot, and there was a bit of a window there, but not enough on the shot. Willis able to come across.
The other element we haven't mentioned yet is that at some point, actually already, but you know, Timbers know you need to win. And it's the feeling of a final, but it's a tricky final because it's like, okay, the opponent team is just more relaxed, and instead you need to. So how much that's gonna affect?
Willis punches that one away, and
the linesman
didn't have a lot of room for error there, right at the edge of his box. Now Michel. Now playing the cross, and Binder on the ball. Go ahead.
No.
A long ball.
Oh, look.
Moon.
Who is going ahead is Nick.
Moon will win it, but he's got to get around the wall, and it's not there.
That's a nice battle. Nick Moon versus a great center back for this PDL league.
Mikkelsen.
A little bit of Gonzaga versus University of Portland. I love the duel between Verstraeten and Nick Moon. That's gonna be great.
Sloppy throw there, gives the ball right back to Willie Spur, and then Matthias Binder gets his money's worth on the foul.
Yeah, I think it's gonna affect the Timbers. The more they don't get the goal, they are gonna be a little bit in a hurry. They are gonna make. The point I was trying to do is that the shot by Civice, to me, is a shot I don't like at all as a coach. It's showing like a little bit of desperation, and you have to cook it more. You have to play the game, and then if there is still 10 minutes to go and you haven't got what you want, you can take those shots. But it's I am always attentive to those kind of things, to see how much the team is desperate, how much they are gonna, they are not gonna go step by step, and they are gonna try to find shortcuts. And soccer is not good when you try to find those shortcuts.
Matt Coffey's long ball looking for Zambrano.
That's a good. I like that. A 1v1 Zambrano Dalmolin.
And Zambrano working on Dalmolin, took the shot, hit the shins of the Timber defender, and back for Matt Coffey, back to Rafa Llamas.
Players today, they are gonna feed from the crowd, and the crowd is into the plays. No, we can listen to them like pretty much every play we had there on.
Binder trying to poke that one, but taken away by Zavidze and played forward.
Isma has to go there and help Peter to do a 2v1 because you have to help. Yeah, you have to go right away. You cannot leave Peter Prescott just 1v1 with Benji Michel. And Isma doesn't have the instinct of a defensive player, but you have to go right away. Otherwise, it's too late. Great job by Jonathan Stadler.
Well, another corner coming up for the Timbers. Options in the box and also an option to play it a bit shorter. It does go into the box and headed away.
Nice, Peter.
By Peter Prescott. Good 30 seconds from Peter. Isma Fernandez heads that one down for Coffee. Coffee with a good turn.
Look.
And waited too long.
Yeah. Nice recovery. Someone has to close down Verstraeten. Someone has to close him.
Now for Michel. Michel trying to work his way into the box.
He's gonna shoot.
Long shot comes across, now back, still with the Timbers. Another long shot, and how about that save from Ben Willis?
Let's keep rolling. The crowd gets into it. We have more applause, we have more intensity. Both teams are gonna feed from there. Let's enjoy this. Nice shot, great save by Ben Willis. One more corner kick.
Stop me if you've heard it before, but it's a Portland Timber corner kick.
It's for
knocked down and into the box still for the Timbers. Awkward bounces and the Reds can't get it out of there. Zambrano on the ball and finally plays it forward towards Macchione. It'll get there, and now we can settle down a bit. Coffee in the middle.
Yeah, John Stadler had. I didn't see what happened. Hopefully he's fine. He's slowly trying to move it. Yeah, hopefully he's fine. Let's go, John.
Isma Fernandez pressing forward. Matthias Binder chested down by Mikkelsen instead. Isma Fernandez trying to keep that alive. Now back to Binder and off the chest of Ochoa. Bouncing around in the middle, and meanwhile Stadler still moving a little gingerly. Slid in by Mikkelsen. Joel keeps the ball though.
Joel.
Back for Coffee. Prescott. Macchione and taken away very momentarily by the Timbers, but Stadler gets there and Binder called for the foul there.
Everything is familiar. The referee is familiar to all of us from the lane community as well. The players are familiar with each other. The crowd is into it.
Here's the Timbers into the box, playing it across and knocked away Willis. Ben's having a good game.
Yeah, he's gonna have work today.
He's gonna be busy. Billy Spur chips that forward, now played across and still dangerous. It's Spur and the back of the net.
Yep. It's that pocket. It's that pocket that Spur found it. It was getting close. Ben Willis was having a lot of work for the last 5 minutes, and Willie Spur, number 47, scored the first goal.
So the 26th minute, and as of right now, the Foothills staff have got to be watching that airfare, but still a lot of game left.
Someone in Calgary now is looking for airplane tickets, maybe.
See, the cost of doing business as a playoff team, those last-minute Portland to Calgary routes are not the cheapest and easiest to come by.
No, yeah, but we are going to have much more to come in this game.
But you do get the sense that will not be the last time we say the word goal tonight.
And let's see. He's going to keep the feet on the pedal, or I can never say that. I can never get that right. Timbers, what is going to be doing Timbers now? Are going to slow down a little bit or no? Are going to keep pushing?
Spur called for the foul there against Rafa Llamas. 28th minute, 1-0 the score. The Timbers into the lead. Willie Spur just a couple of moments ago. Bender for Isma Fernandez. Coffee back to Prescott and now wide for Llamas.
Now, okay, even if,
Kelson on the takeaway. Forward for Benji Michel. Michel thought about playing the cross first time. Instead, he'll stand over the ball.
Again, you don't. Okay, let's keep the play.
Chested down Stadler, but only as far as Ochoa.
That's a humble. The referee thinks different, and so it happened again. Peter Prescott 1v1 against Benji Michel. That's not good. As a Lane United player, you have to recognize that you have to help in those situations. Then the other thing Lane has to do, Brandon Zambrano, Isma, even if they are not high, you have to play them the ball so the two fullbacks commit a little bit and you open them, you stretch them so you can find pockets between the fullbacks and the center backs. But you have to move the ball to those spots. And I don't know if it's just because Isma and Brandon are not familiar or it's just because they don't keep possession enough, but you have to play through them, then switch again, trying to find the spots. You have the fullbacks commit with them and you find the spots behind them.
And to touch, Portland throw there, 30th minute.
And then that's when you can habilitate Nick Moon, this kind of thing. So Isma and Zambrano and it's not such a different position. Both have to also kind of demand the ball in those areas. Then you move it again if there is too much people in one side. Because of course Joel can connect the game, but if you haven't stretched the opponent team, it's going to be difficult because there is not much space with Mikaelson. Or they are really good in contention.
And there was a touch from Ochoa playing it to the back. Now Willie Spur.
Yeah, and now Lane is already too deep.
Spur again and soft touch out wide, then he gets it right back. Makes Coffee commit to him.
Oof.
And
yeah.
Will it fall for Mikaelson? It does off the crossbar.
Isaac is not looking good.
No, it's not.
It's looking good for Timbers, but yeah. It's the second time Steven Damolin, the fullback, goes pretty much all the way. Zambrano doesn't put any pressure. He's getting back, and almost instantly they are in the final third. And they have runs from the midfields, and they are doing a shooting practice against Ben Willis. The rest have to be more aggressive, trying to move forward a little bit, trying to press forward a little bit. When you play with three in the back, at times maybe, or just without generalizing, but you cannot just sit back, just considering a space all the time.
Meanwhile, another foul against the Reds and a bit of a lecture from the center referee.
Yeah, Steven Damolin again. Now McKinney, but yeah.
Now back for Sewell. 32nd minute of a 1-0 game. But it's been through 32 minutes, it's been a comprehensive 1-0.
Yeah.
Long ball played forward for Michel, and Prescott gets there first. Just knocks it down, content to get the throw in for Timber. U23 is out of it. And they try to find Michel. It's not good enough, and the Reds take over. Zambrano for Reedstrand. Back to Llamas. And a little nervous there, and in fact it will fall for the Timbers. Mikaelson to Spur.
Yes, beautiful.
Ochoa then wide, and offside flag came up.
This is a bad moment for the Reds, and as simple as it sounds, the best way for the Reds right now is to keep possession. I know it's going to be difficult. I know it might sound simple, but I think they are suffering a lot in order to keep the assignments clear in the middle space, and because they are not sure, they keep sitting back and going back and retreating. So the only way to get out of this is just trying to keep possession a little bit, and you get a little bit more comfortable with the ball, a little bit more aggressive, and maybe you start make Timbers think about you and not just the opposite. So far is Reds trying to contend Timbers, and it's going to be very, very difficult if this continues this way for the Reds. So far it's very, very comfortable for the team coached by Errol Lewis.
And now Binder playing that forward for Reed Strand, just does keep it alive, and now it'll go all the way back for Jordan
Okay,
Farr.
now Peter Prescott, send everyone up. We'll see. Now you have to pick assignments. Okay.
Llamas in front of that one for Reed Strand. Macchione, and now trying to chip forward for Nick Moon. I think Moon was onside, but well too far in front of him.
But it seems like Matias is not connecting with Joel, and it seems like it's Joel the only one trying to connect something, but not. He's just trying to produce something, but not really getting the ball back for the Reds and trying to keep possession as a team. It's more trying to put together an individual play, and that's not going to help.
A spur with a great little chip forward for Michel, who then does a good job to keep it alive for himself. Now it's Willie Spur. Spur in the box, playing it across, and still dangerous and still alive for the Timbers. Michel, and would have that been something else, but just too fancy, and it goes long.
But still
The Reds have all the possible substitutions doing warm-up, and I hope something changes.
John Gallus, not often a coach to make the halftime sub. Seems to usually hold till the 60th minute or so, but that may change today because they haven't been able to produce. Isma Fernandez,
it's very, very comfortable for Timbers right now.
And that one knocked forward actually by Isma Fernandez, but one right back by the Timbers. Farr will chest that down, and Reed Strand giving him pressure,
and again Brandon Zambrano getting back. Steven Dalmolin occupying that space.
Zavidze,
good job by Jonathan there.
To Stadler. Now Coffee.
Okay, Joel with the ball, time and space, and
Nick
now
Moon
Nick
sliding out to the wing. Macchione in the center, but Moon still on the ball. Still on the ball is Moon. Now he finds Binder. Isma Fernandez on the opposite wing. Binder instead will take a shot, and there was always a lot of traffic for that to get through, but now Zambrano on the ball for the Reds. Macchione had it, but couldn't control it.
Just keep
Now
it, move it a little bit. Now move it a little bit.
Moon back to Binder.
Okay.
Back wide for Zambrano.
And you can get it back to Joel and then switch again. Just let's make Timbers defend a little bit, feel comfortable with the ball, feel comfortable as a team again, just getting the sense of the game.
Coffey's got some pressure on him, but able to get rid of the ball through Stadler. Options for John Stadler now, and still some space, so he'll take his time before he finds Binder and gets it right back.
It's okay, yeah.
Come on, attack.
Coffee now for Llamas, and this has been good possession from Lane United. Macchione to Zambrano, now Zambrano back for Macchione.
Watch out for that ball.
Bender in there trying to get it for the Reds. He does, and just not a big enough window. Now look out as it's a long ball, but Stadler's going to get there first and just touch it for Willis.
The true captain of this team is Jonathan Stadler. Day in, day out. He's always there. He's always reliable. He always wants to play and he always performs. Today, facing Benji Michel, facing Civice, whoever. He's looking better now.
Rydstrand with a cannon of a shot. And
we said it before, right? He has such a talent in his right foot. He doesn't have to go for power because the ball gets so much power from it. Better, keeping possession, moving the ball around a little bit. The pockets will be open. And it's just all the pressure you were receiving before. Now the other team is a little bit more stretched. Now you are the one dictating, more compact whenever you want.
That one will fall for Rydstrand. Moon trying to keep it alive. Mikkelsen, though, recovers.
He has to continue playing there.
Yep, the Timbers.
And now maybe Timbers, yeah, okay. They also, yes, they lose the ball and they start thinking, hey, we are 1-0 and remember they have to win this game. They feel the pressure a little bit more, so yeah, okay.
It must be a win, not a draw for the Timbers.
Yep. Good.
They'll be tied on points, but ahead on goal difference with the 3 points they have as of right now. Macchione gets it wide for back to Binder. To the middle from Macchione, right back to Matthias Binder. Trying to get out of the referee's way, or referee trying to get out of his. Stadler now.
Nice. We need one run now. Let's move it again.
Nick Moon.
Okay.
Moon
Yeah, go
Coffee.
Llamas. Yes, Brandon.
And it's the highest up the pitch I think we've seen Llamas tonight.
Yeah, but yes. Vámonos.
Rafa Llamas.
Okay.
Zambrano's there, and Timbers able to take it away,
but this is gonna be ball back for the Reds. Okay, this is good. You have Peter Prescott, you have Stadler with Benji Michel. I like that every day. Okay, it's good.
Little nervous there, but Stadler himself was never nervous.
I would like Ben try to play with Isma instead of doing that long ball, but came out well for the Reds. But yeah, keep it.
And
okay.
Into touch that goes. The fans making their
we know that referee likes to smile all the time and likes to talk a lot. So I'm sure he's starting to build a relationship with Joel throughout the game based on talk, dialogue. It's funny. Oh, time to get back now.
5 minutes of the first half. Timbers with a 1-0 lead that they need to get the division title.
Yeah, good. Okay, and suddenly Timbers a little bit disconnect, and Reds at least feel much more. No.
Oh, Michel just takes it away, and the shot. Too easy.
Sorry, commentator's curse, I guess.
Ben Willis is not happy. And that's a big goal for the Timbers.
I guarantee no one is happy with that play. The first one, Rafa. Good by Michel. Not switching off the game, going. It's the second time Rafa makes a play that shows a little bit of uncertainty in himself. So Benji goes again, and then he puts the ball in the net. You still are 1v1 against the goalkeeper, and he did it well. 0-2 is not a good result to go into the half, especially because the last 5-7 minutes were good for the Reds. So, well, Timbers is playing for everything here, and Reds, if you don't challenge, if you don't level this in terms of intensity and wanting it, you're not gonna get anything. It's just that simple. And how many times we have said you have to risk? Not there. Yeah, Rafa was not risking there. He just committed a mistake. But I think the Reds have to be more aggressive overall. Just advancing the lines or taking more risk.
And Michel trying to get around Peter Prescott, but Prescott does well to win that ball. Now Michel, though, takes it right back, and there's a professional foul, as we've made reference to on the broadcast a couple of times this season from Prescott, and
we also
earns the
added
yellow card.
that we don't like that. I don't like that term because everyone is professional, or I don't know. But yeah, that's the way it's usually called. Civice is gonna. Well, okay. What do you think? It's gonna be a cross by Ochoa or a shot on goal by Civice? Ochoa put the ball in, so maybe he's gonna take it and going for the cross. Although he's looking to the goal.
Lots of options from this position.
Civice!
Civice right into the wall.
Yep.
Last minute of regular time in the first half now. Prescott chases that down. Willie Spur pressures him, and then off of Llamas's foot, it's a throw in for the Timbers.
Will it be a stoppage time? I will say no.
Haven't really had much to mention in that department.
So we should be in the last play or last two plays of the game.
And Benji Michel put a little bit extra into that one, and as a result called for the foul.
The ref is starting the relationship with Benji now. We are right now in stoppage time.
Isma Fernandez. Good ball forward. Can Moon get to that one and headed down by Sewell, and far on it, but a couple of inches away from Mick Moon being able to win that one. Mikkelsen to Benji Michel. Prescott, and Michel just works right around Coffee. Still Michel.
Michel is doing his
Now
work.
Ochoa, and
Yep.
too wide.
Benji Michel, a professional soccer player in the making, right in front of our eyes. You don't have to be a perfect player. There is no perfect player, but his ability to impact games with his strength is just wonderful to watch, and a complete headache when you are playing against him.
That's gonna do it for the first half. The score at the break, 2-0 in favor of the Timbers U23s. We'll recap the goals real quickly for you. Willie Spur gave him the lead in the 26th minute. And then from about the 39th minute to the 42nd, it looked like the Reds were closer to scoring than the Timbers were, but on a giveaway, Benji Michel in the 42nd minute made this 2-0 in a very different halftime speech for both of these coaches.
Yeah, I think Errol Lewis is not gonna change the game plan. He probably already had some substitutions in mind. He might put one of them already because, again, regardless this score, they are playing in 48 hours. So we might see changes, but I don't think you have to switch anything from your game plan. For the Reds, we hope they come out with, with more desire, with more decisiveness, and I also want to see some of the players that are right now on the bench coming into the game, because some of those boys are really hungry, and maybe they want to play more than other players that are already on the field. You have to show it. So I want to see substitutions and a little bit of change of mentality by the Reds moving on for the second half.
All right, well, good thoughts with that. We will put a break on it, and we will be back with you for the second half. Don't you go anywhere.
Right there.
I'm like, oh, hey.
But then you would know and you would do it anyway. And then we'd scratch it and should do it. It sounds bad.
Well, hello again, everybody. Isaac Rosenthal, joined by Iñaki Gonzalo. Just about time for the second half here, and it has been all Timbers in the first half. There was one decent stretch for Lane United, and right at the end of that stretch, a bad giveaway led to the second goal, and that's where we stand right now. A big change is going to be needed for the Reds to get anything out of this game. As it stands now, it looks like the Timbers are going to be hosting Calgary in just a couple of hours.
Absolutely. You said it. In my opinion, a big change has to be made. Soccer is going to reward you if you really go for it, but the Reds have to be more assertive, more decisive, and taking some risk, because so far it's been all Timbers, and it's just an easy game for them when it should be like a final for them. I think they have imposed their will, and you have to do something in order to reverse it. Up to this moment, same formation for the Reds, and same system. Let's see if the mentality and the intensity change from the go.
Well, the Timbers fans that are just to our left, they're feeling it, starting to make some noise. And now the Timbers on the ball. Willie Spur.
No subs, no change either for Timbers U23.
And Ochoa. Ochoa is still on the ball and allowed to take his time before he plays it out to the wing.
Oof.
And we've got a child on the field.
That was
good save, Mom.
That was an interesting play. Yep. Okay. But you said it. It was. Yeah. You said it. It was too much time and space for Ochoa to decide what to do.
Ben Willis will.
Which is not a good sign, because we were mentioning you have to close down the ball possessor sooner. Yeah, let's see if Lane can reverse this kind of flow of the game that is completely in favor of Timbers. A goal will change everything.
And
let's go, Nick.
Here's Nick Moon. Nick Moon, Macchione to the right. Falls back for Moon, and Moon cannot believe it. He wanted a handball there. Then Willis puts his foot through that one, nearly took a piece out of Benji Michel.
Third friend of the night, Nick Moon, talking with the ref. But I like Nick Moon getting upset, showing his emotions. We have said it also many times. You can change the game in very different ways, and with emotion, with intensity, and Nick always brings that to the table. That's why he's such a good player. Now, you are not going to reverse a game just with emotions and just by one it, but if everyone gets into that, that's going to bring good things for the Reds.
Mikkelsen now. And Spur had the doors close on him. Comes wide for Macchione. Macchione will play back to Zambrano, and Zambrano pressured immediately. Coffee to Prescott. Prescott will play it forward for Binder. Binder knocked over and nothing doing, says the referee. Benji Michel on the ball, but taken away.
Oh, okay.
And then closes immediately again for Spur. Spur. Amorosino wide, and long shot from
Ball
Mikkelsen.
for Ben Willis. Right there, Matt Coffey was surrounded by 4 Timbers players. It's too isolated. There is the space between the 5 guys on the back line together with Matt Coffey and the 4-5 bodies by Lane United up front is taken by the Timbers, that middle space in between. And so Matt Coffey many times defensively, but also with the ball in possession phase, is just isolated. It's just disconnected by Timbers. They are crowding the middle spaces, and that's how they are getting the best of this game. Matt Coffey needs help defensively and offensively. Yes, again.
And Amorosino again on the ball.
It's too easy.
And for Spur, and Willis collects that one, now rolls it to Rafa Llamas.
Let's go, Reds! Let's go, Zambrano!
Knocked down by Nick Moon. Moon, Amorosino, and Mikkelsen played it forward and just deflected out into touch. Zambrano. Brendan Zambrano will take the throw. Nick Moon. And Timbers on the ball. Ochoa back to Jordan Farr. Farr's clearance knocked down by Zambrano, but it only went as far as Mikkelsen, and the Timbers still in possession. Willie Spur. Amorosino. And into the box, and deflected. Dangerous again.
And for Lane United, there is no one now doing warm-ups. Again, the idea of change sometimes is not based on the personnel, but the personnel should help a little bit to change things up. Let's see Nick again.
Nick Moon. Moon for Zambrano. Edge of the seats of the Reds fans. Zambrano back to Coffey rather. And Coffey lost a wheel there, and the Timbers take over. Long ball from Mikkelsen.
And he's okay. He was 1v1 against Prescott, who already has a yellow card.
Now an attack from the Timbers. Stadler puts body between man and ball, and that one will roll to Ben Willis.
Good defending action by Jonathan. Reading very well the moment in which he had to go body to body with Civice. He's a great 1v1 defender.
Zambrano again flips that one forward. It'll go into touch, a Reds throw. PDL game of the week here, Springfield, Oregon. The Timbers U23s 2, Lane United 0, and as it stands right now, that means a Northwest Division title for the Timber U23s and a long flight for Calgary.
Yeah, and so far Calgary is thinking about again playing in a couple of days at Salem for a spot to represent the Northwest Division in the Western Conference Championships.
And Calgary will know a thing or two about those national playoffs. National runners-up last year. The Timbers will want to make a run themselves. It's a very talented, very deep Northwest Division.
Yeah. It's
Ochoa takes over. Go ahead.
No. It's again, it's getting difficult. Things are not well connected in the Reds, and and that's gonna be another. Okay. Let's see what the ref says. A little bit of talk. Let's discuss terms and go for yellow.
Yellow card against Ochoa, I believe.
I think the lines are not well connected, and the thing that can get the connection is just, of course, getting the possession. And then Lane will figure out the ways to damage Timbers. Now, on the other hand, if I am Coach Luis, I'm not completely satisfied with the fact that I know the game seems to be under control, but one goal by the Reds will change so much the complexion of this game.
And one goal can happen in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
You've said
true.
that a lot of times this season too, but the truth bears repeating.
No, and Lane United can score goals. This year they score goals without having to cook the game so much like in previous years. So it's a risky moment for the Timbers as well, for their aspirations to be the home team in the playoffs game.
Yeah, a draw would not do it for Portland, so the Reds can get one goal. We're going to get real interesting real fast. The caveat to that is there have not been a lot of moments in this game where the Reds have looked like scoring.
No.
One really good 10-minute spur, and then one giveaway and one goal for the Timbers erase all of that. Now here's Benji Michel. Benji Michel against two bodies, and it'll be Amorosino taking the shot. And
we said it before, Francesco doesn't think twice in order to pull the trigger.
There's Coffee diving in was...
It's that sport, it's difficult. He's good read by Jonathan.
Now Binder pokes it forward, and now
nice.
Played out wide. Good ball for Zambrano.
Yep.
Zambrano for Macchione. Knocks
really
it
good.
Down.
Oh,
Macchione with the long shot. And
yeah, Jordan Farr was a little out of the goal, but he took another touch. If he goes first touch, I know it's more difficult, but again, if you take that risk, maybe you get something.
Let's go, Red! Let's go, you can do it!
He allowed time to Jordan to get into the goal.
Shot also looked like it hit something on its way through, slowed it up. Now Mikkelsen.
Pressure!
Now Farr had to work around Macchione there. And now just a long clearance from the Timbers. A chance for the Reds to take the ball back. Mikkelsen and kept alive and into touch. Reds throw.
Yeah. The game is in a pause. Like Timbers is not going for the third goal, and Reds is not either doing enough to produce chances. It's in a kind of impasse moment, but spark can come, and Nick Moon can be one of those guys. Joel Rystran has to come back to this game as well.
Binder now wide for Zambrano. Offside. 57th minute.
It's so much in an impasse that Timbers hasn't done a substitution either. I think it's gonna come about the minute 60 or 60 a few minutes, but it hasn't come yet.
Well, we're approaching substitution o'clock, but not yet.
And now we actually have a pause.
Referee discussing something with his fourth official.
Yes.
I wonder if they're
yes.
discussing the lights, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it's about visibility probably, because it's getting darker, right?
It is indeed getting darker. We can see for now, but we're kind of around that time of night.
Yeah. I mean, I know someone is already working on that, but we'll see. We'll see. We might found epic from a different source today. And again, this is slowing down the pace of the game.
You think that plays into either team's hands?
Sorry?
You think the slowing down here, is that play into either team's hand more than the other?
I think it benefits Lane, because Lane is not dictating the game, and Lane again is playing for the sake of playing this game for them, for their pride, for the fans. But the one that was dictating and imposing their game is Timbers. I think this is benefiting Lane.
And while the Timbers discuss it with the referee, Reds just get it back started, but momentary advantage wiped off as Ochoa takes that one away. Now Willie Spur going to turn and look upfield. Finds Benji Michel. Michel into the box, and now one-on-one with Llamas. Still it's Benji Michel, and now Rafa Llamas. Much better that time to knock the ball away. Matias Binder, Zambrano. Approaching the 1 hour mark. Reedstrand with a few options. He'll take the one that involves finding Isma Fernandez, and Fernandez, just the ball intercepted across the middle. Francesco Amorosino to Michel, and Stadler pokes it away. Reedstrand touches it back for Isma Fernandez, who will now play a long ball, chested down by Macchione, but no one there for the second touch. Coffee now to Binder. Now Binder again, Coffee again, and Macchione's going to chase that one down, and Farr will get to it first.
And indeed, with lights or with less lights, but substitutions are going to come. We are approaching the minute 60, and the management of this game and the upcoming game by Timbers is going to happen immediately.
Spur doing a good job on Prescott there, and Peter, a little bit of panic mode defense.
Well, Peter is surrounded by a lot of Timbers players there, right?
Will eventually roll harmlessly for a Ben Willis goal kick.
Mm-hmm. The substitution about to come. Okay, this.
I think, are we going to get a break until we get the lights on, maybe? Too cool, way too cool for a water break, and we are all assembling at the benches, so at the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, I don't have the rules of the competition right here with me, but if the situation with the lights does not get resolved, we might face we might face a suspension of the game, because the ref has paused it Now he's gonna try to know what is going on, but he can allow the game to continue to be played.
Yeah, there's
Probably. And now there are many things into the equation because again, in Tuesday we have another game. So probably
well, if you
playing
suspend
later
the
is not going to happen. Playing later is not going to happen. But they have to get, usually in competition, you have to get to a minimum amount of minutes in order for the referees to consider that the game has been played if you cannot complete it. But I don't know how are writing down the rules of PDO, but you know, this is something that the refs, together with the PDO rules, have to solve right now. And the lights were supposed to come out before, so we are in uncertainty situation right now.
I mean, you don't want to say it, but if they suspend this game, they almost have to abandon it. And
The Canadians cut the power to the lights.
that's not
No, yeah.
that's not what we want.
Of course not. Yep.
We've stadium clock is stopped right now, 60 minutes 48 seconds. Dave Gallus over there in discussion with the officials.
Yeah. I, of course, me like everyone here on the crowd, and we would like this game to continue. There is another exciting reason why I would like this game to continue for the Lane fans, which is having the opportunity of seeing here at Willamette Lane the first minutes by Colin Chaffertal, the little brother of Casey Chaffertal. He is a player that actually me and I have coached him, and he's a gift to be to coach, and he was gonna have some minutes. So right now, one of the things that are going in my head is like how much he wanted to be part of this party and having his debut for Lane United. And I wish and I hope this game can restart and he can get those minutes. And the whole crowd has Colin Chaffertal as a player that they wanna watch in the next season, right? Be part of this Lane United for the whole PDL 2011.
You think maybe
2018.
You think maybe Chubb for Tall works a little like the plural of attorney general is attorneys general. Is it Chubbs for Tall? The plural of Chubb for Tall or Chubb for Talls? I like Chubbs for Tall as the plural there.
Mm-hmm.
Colin and Casey, local products here, born and raised in the Eugene area.
Mm-hmm. Colin is a player that plays more in an offensive role. He plays and is able to shoot with both feet. He, as his brother, is very athletic, has a lot of stamina, and he's a player to watch. If the fans want to follow him, he's going to be playing at University of Redlands.
With his brother, I believe, right?
Yes, the last
Casey's
season
also
for
out there.
Casey, the beginning for Colin, and they are one of the top teams in the NCAA in Division 3. They almost get they got into the last rounds in D3, and their games are broadcast online. So if everyone wanna follow the Chaffertal family play in California, they have that. We mentioned also we have many Creighton players, and hopefully some of them come back here. Creighton games sometimes are broadcasted at ESPN3. That's another excellent way to get familiar with these players. What else? We have University of Portland players that is, as you mentioned, a couple of hours driving up there.
Oregon State products on this Lane
Absolutely,
United
just
team
1
as well.
hour.
You get
So
Pac-12 network.
Yep.
See a lot of Beaver action as well.
Mm-hmm. So we are gonna have.
And let there be light.
Well, take it easy. Take it easy.
It'll take some time for them to warm up, but they're on now.
So now we have a game of 30 minutes to be played. whenever the lights get a little bit more power. We'll see, we'll see. And in the meantime, again, Timbers U23 is going to make 2 substitutions. Gio Magaña, super fun player to watch. Tricky attacking midfield player with an excellent first touch. He is always looking to connect with Benji Michel. Their chemistry is sensational, so it's fun to watch. I just love it to have him on the field. And Chris Reeves, another University of Portland player, he's going to play as a fullback on the right. And the 2 players out are Willie Spur, the one scoring the first goal for Timbers, and Andres Ochoa is also out. So now Steven Dalmolin is going to be on a holding midfielder position together with Mikaelson, and Gio Magaña behind Benji Michel. Watch out the way Gio Magaña is able to connect Benji Michel. It's just amazing to watch.
Well, back underway again.
And now we are on the theater.
And the lights shining bright now. A 30-minute game is what we've amounted to. Magaña and Chris Reeves on for the Timbers.
There is Magaña, first pass into space for Civice, but it's difficult to play against Jonathan Stadler. Forced defensively.
And there's a touch for Reeves momentarily, so seeing already.
Oh, nice touch, and there is Magaña trying to find Benji. Chris Reeves is a top player as well. He played 2 seasons with Wake Forest. I think they got into Final Four 1 season, not completely sure. Last season he played with UP, so he's going to be a senior playing in Merlo Field in a couple of weeks with the Pilots.
Keep it up.
Yep.
63rd minute now. The Reds just looking for that one goal that could spark something.
Ben Will is opting for playing more direct, but the ball gets back to Timbers. There is Steven Dalmolin, the player from Montpellier, France, playing at BCU now as a holding midfielder. And Gio with the space is a difficult player to defend. That's not going to be nice now. Someone has to help Matt Coffey in that role. We said it many times during the broadcasting.
Rosino heads that one down. Michel wins it and draws the foul. And Mikaelson will be told to knock that ball back a bit. Good reason. It's quite a horn that somebody has down there in the Timbers section.
I love it. It smells soccer to me. Yeah.
Llamas draws the foul that time. '64th minute.
Playing direct by the Reds again, looking for Macchioni. Difficult for him against Sewell. Ball back for the Timbers. It's easy.
Amorosino to Mikaelson. Now back to Amorosino and
good press by Joel there.
Dalmolin, now Binder for Macchioni. Macchioni at the midfield stripe. Back to Matias Binder. And it's still Binder. Now he gets it to Zambrano and back to Llamas. Right back to Matias Binder. And nearly had a man come through him. Coffey able to keep it alive.
Yes, keep going, Peter.
Prescott.
Good.
Prescott will look up the pitch a bit, and now he'll play a long ball forward, but headed back down towards far.
Grandik from Netherlands, and Verstraeten, I think he's also from Netherlands. I think both players are international players together with Steven Damolin. There is Gio.
So much speed from Magana.
Nice, Matt, teammates at UP. But it's, yeah, so much speed, so much
speed, creativity, skill. He's really got the whole package.
It's top quality to me. Hopefully he continues to develop. He has the hunger to become a better player, being able to play with pace, but also to play with when the game requires you to keep the possession. But it's just a player definitely to watch, and at least that's what I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that was offside. That's offside. Oh my.
The linesman had her flag up.
Yes, that was offside.
Lineswoman, but
oh, what a play again.
Referee said no.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Our cameraman Graham saying Reds played the ball there, so that's why.
That might be the reason
offside.
why. Thank you, Graham.
Mikkelsen with the cross, dangerous. Michel there, but headed away by the Reds and played into touch. He almost thinks that should be a Lane United throw in, but call's not going to go in his favor. It's the Timbers to get us restarted in the 67th minute. Still no substitutions from Lane United. We expect to maybe see at least one Chub Fertal.
I want, but I don't know if it's just my personal wish, and because there is no player now warming up, so we'll see. If not only Colin Chaffertal, but also Joe Connor can have minutes, we'll see what the coaching staff decides to do for these last minutes of the season for the Reds.
Poked forward and now played wide by Nick Moon for Isma Fernandez. A chance for the Reds to break now. Isma Fernandez, long ball looking for Macchioni, but it's going to be headed down. Now Moon wins that one. It'll go toward the touchline, kept alive by Lane United. Now poked away by the Timbers, and they have a chance to counter. Mikkelsen in a lot of space wide. Now they'll find him, but that ball only as far as the chest of Rafa Llamas. Llamas again. Llamas will keep it himself before finding Coffey. Back to Prescott in the 68th minute. Still 2-0 in favor of the Timbers. So barring major changes, the team in green, your Northwest Division champions. Reeves will play that one to far. And now Sewell's long ball. Headed away by the Reds. Isma Fernandez with a touch. Fernandez, nice job to find Reedstrand, who turns from Moon and now to Binder. Matthias Binder. Turned around and play on, says the referee. Reds keeping it. Fernandez. Isma Fernandez just at the end of the advantage, but now it's for Macchioni. Nice move there from Coffey. Can Coffey get it back? Reeves just closed that door on him, and it goes back for Jordan Farr. Minute 69, still 2-0. Into the center of the pitch. Dalmolin being pressured by the Reds, and he'll play it back to Farr. Boots that one toward the midfield. Rafa Llamas on the ball for Lane United. Now Zambrano. Rafa Llamas overlapping behind him, and he sees him. Now Rafa Llamas. 1v2, and those numbers not in Rafael's favor.
No.
Finally taken away by the Timbers.
There is Gio against Coffey again.
And Magana trying to find Michel. It goes to Prescott, but then Michel ran onto it before it eventually did go to Stadler. Now Reedstrand. Reedstrand for Rafa Llamas, who's still up the pitch in that advanced position. Now Reedstrand has a couple of seconds to think about it.
Better, you mentioned. Oh, I was gonna say you mentioned 3 times the name of Joel, and we haven't heard you mentioning Joel pretty much in the whole second half. That's not a good sign.
Another foul against the Reds there, and limited action now on the Lane United bench.
Yeah, it's Joe Connor, the only one making a little bit of a warm-up. The way he's doing it says that he's not gonna go immediately to the field, but he's the only player doing the warm-up up to this point. And meanwhile, Timbers is making another substitution. Is Francesco Amorosino, Romano, half Italian, half U.S. citizen, who is subbing out, and in is Alex Segovia. He's gonna play a similar position. They are different players, but oof, Benji goes.
Benji Michel. So much skill on the ball as Benji
Good
Michel.
recovery by Isma. Good job.
And the Timbers now still building something here, and Michel tried to turn up the pitch there. Couldn't take the ball with him. Nick Moon gets by Mikkelsen. Knocks it forward for Binder, but knocks it too far forward.
Keep going, Matthias. Keep going.
Matthias
Yes,
Binder,
keep going.
Macchioni
Yeah.
able to get in front of that one, but only knocks it as far as a Timber foot.
Jordan, yeah. I'm gonna see more of that. Just 20 minutes to go.
Still time.
Yeah, and yeah.
Now Coffee. Coffee has to do a little work to keep possession there. He does it well. Matthias Binder slides it for Isma Fernandez. Minute 73. Stadler for Reedstrand.
Yes, I like Joel there. Helping Matt Coffey to maneuverate, putting good sense of where to go. Joel is gonna find the pockets.
And just not on the same page there. But Rafa Llamas is able to get a foot to that one, knocks it back for Ben Willis, and Peter Prescott now for Matt Coffey.
And again, Coffey, Joel, good. That's good starting point for the Reds every single time. Yeah.
Ramos to Zambrano. A long ball wide for Isma there. Had a chance to poke it forward for Binder, instead keeps it himself. Now Nick Moon, and heavy touch taken away by the Timbers. Along that far sideline. Now knocked down.
It's Segovia.
And the Reds able to take possession, but it's taken right back. Trading giveaways here, and it'll have the ball fall to the Reds.
Yeah, and there is a little bit more, of the size, the siziness. Yeah, Joel has come back to maneuver the Reds, and that gets some benefits for Lane.
Well, nearly doing enough to earn the corner there, but
another substitution. Yep. It's gonna be Benji. Yep.
Benji Michel off, and we'll ID his replacement as soon as we can. And Nicholas Zvulitz Rafa Llamas.
I have never seen him playing with Timbers this season. He might have played a few minutes, maybe in the Canada trip, but I doubt it. But he has taken the same position Benji was playing, the highest player on the pitch for Timbers. And it's 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. And we'll see if Lane United, also not having Benji Michel in there, maybe, as we mentioned in previous games, one of the center backs can go a little bit higher for the Reds, because with 0-2 on the score, you don't have anything to protect. You don't have anything to conserve, right? So you can take those risks.
Mikkelsen wins that one in the middle for the Timbers, and then taken down. Quickly restarts, and too quickly for the referee's liking. 76th minute. If there's gonna be a comeback for Land United, running out of minutes. They've shown a couple of flashes tonight, but mostly it's been the team in green dictating this one.
Pretty much in control from the go. There was those minutes in which Lane was, let's see this play.
And good save, Willis.
It's gonna be corner kick. Yeah, there were those minutes in the first half. What happened there? Yellow card.
Is that shown to Willis?
I think it's for Ben. Yep.
Maybe said something after that one.
Absolutely yes. Yeah, he was not agreeing with the decision of that being a corner kick, and he explicitly manifested. Corner kick is going to be taken by Civice.
It's a corner kick.
Red Aces voicing their displeasure with the referee there. Tight to the pitch this season, the Aces. '78th minute. Mikkelsen turns around, finds Reeves. Zambrano immediately making Reeves run back to the midfield stripe, and now beyond it. There's the ball played by the Timbers, and they'll immediately turn up again.
Good ball.
Shot, and
nice play. The movement without the ball by Segovia, and then the layoff for Gio Magaña. But his connection with the ball was not super clean, and it went a little bit out of the right post defended by Ben Willis. 12 minutes to go plus stoppage time. No substitutions for Lane yet. A little bit disappointed myself, but we'll see.
That one's headed down. Timbers trying to get one more shot on it, but then Willis will dive on top of that one. Finds Isma Fernandez on the long throw. And now Joel Riedstrand. Riedstrand for Isma. Now Stadler. Trying to find a long ball to the wing for Zambrano, but Reeves will get there first. He'll play it back to far, and Zambrano put the brakes on when he was giving pressure there. Kafayamas controls that one, knocks it down. And taken away Mikkelsen. He's been all over the place tonight for the Timbers.
The velocity of Gio is so beautiful to watch. Nice play.
Right, and here's a dangerous one for the Timbers.
Yes.
Shot back of the net.
Golazo by Timbers.
Brilliantly done.
Golazo.
And that
Good play
That's about
started on the right flank by Gio, advancing the ball. It was Alex Segovia who was part of it. Not sure who made the last pass, but very composed by Civice, taking his time. And Civice put the ball in the net. He's a good finisher. He's very composed in those situations. It's 0-3, and I think, you know, this is soccer, but we can say that looks like in 36 hours, Timbers will play Foothills for a spot to represent Northwest Division in the conference playoffs.
And now we're going to get some subs for
Yep.
Lane United. Brendan Zambrano off.
And it's Conner, Joe Conner in.
Just the one sub. Reedstrand now trying to get some consolation for the Reds, and we've got some pyro from the Aces. You bought it, you might as well use it,
Absolutely.
and that's a beautiful sight behind
Yeah.
that goal.
Yeah. The Timbers saving some legs for Tuesday. They put in Reed Baez, and Mikaelson is going for is going out of the game. Wow.
It's impressive. Rapayama's even just turned to look back at it.
We are already in 2018, celebrating the new year.
And poked away.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
And to touch.
This is a fully entertainment. You have to be very versatile to follow the game, follow the pyro, follow the chants. Everything's going on at the same time.
Reedstrand plays it wide. And spoke from two locations.
Unless
And I think the referee is going to talk to his fourth official. And we've got a Gatorade bath, I think, maybe about to happen on the Timber bench. Looks like we are close to getting back underway here. Smoke is mostly cleared. Good enough. And the official Aces response to this, they're fans of the phrase "sorry for partying." I think if that has ever been appropriate at a Lane United game, we've just seen the sorry for partying moment of 2017. Willis will collect that one, rolls it out. And Nick Moon chasing that one down. Falls now for Prescott. Prescott to Llamas. Back to Prescott. Now Coffee. 85th minute, and then we'll have a decent amount of stoppage time. When we had the issue with the lights, they did stop the clock, but it took a moment or so for them to do that, and then we just lost 2 minutes or so to the smoke delay. Words I'm not sure I've ever said before, smoke delay in that order. Throw in the restart here from the Timbers. They'll play that one into the box, and going on the other end of it, the Reds will build now up the pitch. It's Joe Corner. Corner's got the freshest legs on the field for Lane United, and too wide there.
And the will to show it as well. That's why I was just praying for having more substitutions. There is some people wanting to show their abilities that are still on the bench.
Nick Moon for Binder. Moon running to there, nothing doing, says the referee. The Timbers will turn up the pitch. Timbers looking every bit like the Northwest Division champions that they are for these 90 minutes, and Davidze looking to add another one. Now here's Magana. And
Really nice.
now taken away. Prescott got about 30 yards up the field, then he slams on the brakes. Corner's pass intercepted. And danger for the Timbers now. Into the box they go. Now Magana, but poked away from him. Reedstrand will Binder. Nick Moon knocks it down. It's still Nick Moon. Nick Moon, and now losing the ball. Timbers looking up the pitch. 88th minute, plus several moments of stoppage time. And now Timbers looking for one more. Well wide to the box. And knocked down there. Timbers wanted the penalty, but
No.
referee looking right at it and rightly says nothing doing. Joe Corner. Go to Reedstrand. Ben Willis. Macchione. Knocked down, and Reedstrand has it fall to him. Matthias Binder. Timbers up the pitch, and whistle does go against Peter Prescott. And Peter's not happy.
No.
It's been a frustrating night for the boys in red.
But same thing I said with Nick Moore. I like to see that kind of emotions because it shows that he wants it. He went before all the way. He went right here to close down a player. He's playing up to the end of the game, and that's what I think. If more players today would have done that by the Reds, I don't know about the result, but it would be a little bit different. It was a little bit too easy for Timbers, in my opinion.
And they're looking to add another one, but Willis will get the confident gloves on that one. And the long throw up towards Corner. Corner will try to turn upfield, but losing the ball. Now into minute 90. Toward the box again are the Timbers. Magana with a shot but blocked. It'll fall for Reedstrand, and he looks up the pitch for Nick Moon. Nick Moon to an offside Anthony Macchione.
We are already in stoppage time.
We'll have a few moments of it for sure. And more pyro. No sense saving it for next year. There's a whole new pyro budget for next year. Now Yamas with corner. And still Yamas, and now knocked into touch, but a foul called first. Bender takes the quick restart. Now we got a train coming, we got pyro. It's all sorts of exciting for the 90th minute of a 3-0 game. Another foul against the Timbers. Bender now has the quick restart taken from Lane United. Not Coffee. Rafa Yamas. Misplay there, too far beyond Bender. Now to the back. Timbers just content to control this. No sense in really doing much more if you're the Timbers. You are the Northwest Division champions now, pending the paperwork.
Absolutely. You don't want to get into any argue now. Just want the game to finish and get ready for the next one.
Foul against Reedstrand there, just the foul, nothing more. And referees got to be getting ready to blow his whistle.
For sure. There is no reason to extend this game now.
If this were a closer game, you might have considerably more minutes of stoppage time, but no real sense in it. Timbers circulating around the back. A great season for the Timber U23s.
Oh yeah, that's what happens in these minutes that yellow card for Matthias Binder. And I think that's a good sign for the referee to put an end to the game probably.
Binder's another feisty one for Lane United.
Yep.
And Timbers made the move down I-5 from playing in various sites around the Portland metro area in previous years to their own permanent, consistent. We don't know if it'll be permanent. We'd expect so. No reason for them
next year
to leave Salem.
It seems that they are going to be again in Salem.
And great for the Salem community too. It is a soccer crazy community just as much as Portland or Eugene. And they're going to host a playoff game against a very adept and very qualified Calgary team.
Oof. And
that's a good game.
That's going to be a tremendous game. The last game, the crowd was into it. They were against the Calgary players, against the coaches. That was also a great environment. Very, very heat.
Looking for something out of the spectacular there. Binder on the ball, just the last moments of this season now for Lane United, and last moments of the Calgary warm-up for the Timbers. Too much on that one. And referee a peek at his watch and a look across the pitch to his fourth. Still we're going. And now Magana. Magana long ball, and Stadler's going to get a chance to poke that one away. Another look at the watch from the referee. Isma Fernandez. Wide and kept alive. Now a chance for the Reds around, and just not quite the right angle.
That's going to do it.
Referee flirting with it. Now he blows the final whistle, and now it's official. The Timber U23s are your Northwest Division champions for 2017. They will host Calgary Foothills, who look themselves to make another long playoff run. The game, as we said, pretty much dominated by the Timber U23s from the outset. They scored 26 minutes in through Willie Spur. Benji Michel made it 2-0 in the 42nd minute, and then Timur Zavidze put the bow on it in the 80th minute to make it 3-0. Your closing thoughts, Iñaki?
First of all, congratulate Timbers as the winners of the division, as you mentioned. Well-deserved award for them. A great game up to come on Tuesday in Salem. And you said it. They show that they wanted this game more. It was more meaningful for them, and they got the deserved win. As for the Reds, time to regroup, time to close down the season as a group. You are a team, and you have to close down this and to say goodbye up to the next time you are gonna meet, and hopefully next season some of these boys come back again, and the Reds can do a better job and get more wins and having more fun with all these crowd as these people here in Lane County deserve.
Well, that's going to do it for us for the game commentary. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll head down to the field and try and see if we can get some words from John Gallus. So hold on tight, and we will be right back with you.
I'm in it for the free t-shirt. I know I'm doing it.
I'm just going to do John. I don't really want to make it first back.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, you guys okay going down here?
Away from the riffraff.
All right, you guys hear us okay? All righty, Isaac Rosenthal joined one last time by John Gallison. Obviously a disappointment. We know the score speaks for itself, but general, your impressions on being involved, at least in a partial role in deciding having this opportunity, being this last game, impact on the division.
Well, obviously we would have liked to have, performed a little better, and the talk before the game was, the longer we stayed in the game, the more pressure it is on the Timbers, because they had to win the division title, and we you gift a team 2 goals like that, a good team that is in rhythm and is playing exceptionally well. It's going to be a hard way to get back in the game.
And we know in this league, it's a short season, it's an unforgiving season. It can come down to a point dropped here, a point dropped there. How do you sort of build and use that as a learning experience for the guys that are going to be back next year?
Well, I mean, either they learn or they don't, right? And they've all been through it. They've been through this season twice, some of these guys, and we talk about that all the time, the attention to detail and the attention to the little things that can bite you in the ass if you don't take care of the little details. And you saw it tonight. We didn't, and it cost us 2 goals, and that's that.
And in general, over the course of these 14 games, what were some of the things you learned about the team this year?
Well, they certainly are committed, and they fight, and they work hard, and it's a good group. We have so much quality in that locker room, and I'll go to war with these guys any day. It's been a fun group to work with all summer.
All righty, well, thank you so much, John. We can't wait for next year. All righty, well, that is going to put a bow on 2017 for us. Want to give huge thank yous to everyone else involved in the broadcast. My color commentator, Iñaki, our producer, Greg, and our cameraman, Graham. Everyone else that watched, you're all a big part of it, too. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next year.